Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Game for hitting the like button. The video didn't even start yet, y'all. Village ones, and I appreciate you anyway. Leonard Mack, man. Leonard Mack has now been free after being wrongfully convicted for like, I want to say 30 years or some craziness like that. 40 years. You know, and these are the types of things, unfortunately, it happens more often than it needs to or should happen, right? And the prison system is filled with stories like this. Men and women, but men that got falsely accused and wasn't able to properly defend himself because maybe he wasn't good enough to he wasn't smart enough to be able to read or write or communicate properly or efficiently. He didn't have the funds to cover to pay for a lawyer's retainer. You know what I'm saying? Had to deal with having a public defender. These types of things happens so many times, it's not even funny. How many of Leonard Macks are in prison right now? In America, let alone the world, but in America. Let's get to it.
An emotional day in court today as a rape conviction from 1975 was overturned in Westchester County. Leonard Mack served more than 7 years in state prison, but new DNA evidence cleared his name. Despite that, he says he has been living with the stigma of his conviction, and today is the first time in decades that he has truly felt like a free man. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis.
The last time Leonard Mack walked into the Westchester County Courthouse, he was in handcuffs, about to be sentenced to prison for rape. Today was different.
After 48 years, I'm finally going to get closer to this and clear my name.
In 1975, the Vietnam veteran was charged with tying up 2 high school students at gunpoint, brutally raping one of them. He was identified after questionable police tactics. His clothing was changed to match the description of the suspect, and his picture was the only black man included in a photo array.
People just don't know how it feels to be accused of something you didn't do.
Mack served his entire 7.5-year sentence but kept fighting to clear his name. The Innocence Project took up the case, and the Westchester DA's office's conviction review unit had DNA evidence tested, something that didn't exist at the time of his trial. Not only did it clear Mack, it linked another man to the crime who confessed. The DA pointing out the wrongful conviction not only robbed Mack of his freedom, it failed the public.
Because while the
Of course it failed the public. And I get it to an extent because, okay, cool, back then in the 70s where they didn't really have DNA testing or evidence like that, I get it. Cool. This man had to deal with this for damn near 50 years, 50. In 2 years, it would have been 50. So my question is, my bad. I'm trying to read these damn read this damn stuff. My question is, what were the victims saying? How did they describe it? Describe the gentleman, not gentleman, but the predator that assaulted them? Because they're saying, oh, he fit the description, fit the description. Well, what was the description? Black man with a shirt and pants? This man had to deal with this for 50 years, y'all. His name is finally cleared. This man, you know, unfortunately, you know, is at that point of time where it's just like, yo, he ain't even got no time to go out and enjoy his life. He's walking with a cane. He's older now. He probably has a bunch of health issues, health problems. What else is this man supposed to do? People put in the comment section, oh, well, he can sue, he can do this, he can win millions and millions and millions, and then what? What is he going to do with that money? It's not like he can go out and live a long, lasting life. He probably got maybe a couple years, maybe a decade left. And while he's living, adding more problems, health problems to the mix. Already walking with a cane, probably be wheelchair bound. God forbid, but who knows? These are the types of things that happen so many times, especially in the damn 70s and before, Black men being falsely accused. But I want to hear what they got to say, because they said that the evidence, the DNA evidence that they found linked them to another dude. So let me hear what they got to say.
Wrongfully convicted sit behind bars. The actual perpetrators are free to commit additional crimes.
Yes.
And we believe that is what happened in this case.
In court, Mack tearfully described living nearly 50 years with the stigma and shame of being labeled a rapist, a miscarriage of justice that drew apologies from the district attorney and an emotional exchange with the judge who finalized his exoneration.
And now I can truly say, that I'm free.
The man now linked scientifically and who has confessed to this crime can no longer be prosecuted because of the statute of limitations. But in 2004, he was convicted in another case and required to register as a sex offender.
That's insane. So he only got 10 seconds. Let me let it rock.
He is currently incarcerated and being prosecuted for failing to check in with authorities as required.
So statutes of I actually forgot about that. I should have said that earlier. Even if they was to catch this dude today, that was 50 years ago. They can't charge him for that. But he was already in the prison system for another assault crime similar to what just happened. So while this man sat in prison for no reason, that man was continuously running around doing it over and over and over again. Y'all heard what they were saying. He was tying up women at gunpoint, kidnapping them. Crazy. Young man life taken away from him. Early 20s. Had to go through this for 50 years. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm sitting up there thinking to myself, right? God forbid, like something like that's happened to me. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, if this was to happen to me, what would I do for 50 years? We've heard these stories. I've heard this story happen before. When I was in high school, some chick let one of my homies smash. Come to find out, he was just smashing and dashing. She got upset about it. She called the police. Oh, he raped me, he raped, da 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 da. My homie got locked up. Spent damn near a year in jail waiting for his court before she finally admitted, oh, he didn't do it, it was consensual. But by that time, my homie already had the record on his name. Falsely accused of doing something that he did not do. And these types of stories happen, again, more often than you think. What can he do from here to better his life? Please let me know. Do y'all know how long 50 years is? Do y'all know how long 5 years is? A lot of things can change in 6 months. A lot of things can change in a year, let alone 5 years, let alone 50. That's a whole generation. 3 generations if you want to start off young, 20, and then some. 3 generations. I'm glad, I'm happy that he's free, but it's just like, happy for what? He's coming out to no money, no support, probably majority of family dead. Oh, can't help him out the way he would like to be helped. Maybe y'all think differently, man. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol on the side saying it's time to make uploads. Notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading all your comments, if any. So, until next time, please, man, be safe, Erica.